value service they were providing for their customers. And the lady who had the news conference summarized it this way. She said, it's not our intention to satisfy our customers or to please our customers. Our intention is to amaze them. It's necessary, if you're going to compete today, that you look for ways to amaze your customers by being one of those individuals that keep your commitments, that keep your word, that's relentless. It's necessary as you work with the people that you bring into your organization, that they see that you're a good example of a person to work with.
Okay, everybody. So real quick, we're going to welcome the PR to the stars, right? The celebrity PR to the stars, the publicist. So as I want to tell y'all, she's my business partner, dear friend of mine. You can Google her later. But she wasn't even here. She didn't even know I'm putting her on the spot, right? But she's used to it, all right? So I just want her to stop by, to talk to you about being an entrepreneur, because she literally just left her job from working downtown oil and gas company to run her own PR firm of innovative marketing. So let's give Miss Latoya Hurley a good warm applause.
Thank you. Now, he gave me this award-winning introduction, but we're gonna keep it at Latoya. So by a show of hands, how many individuals in here want to be entrepreneurs? How many athletes do we have? Well, we got more athletes than we do entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Of the entrepreneurs in the room, do you know what you want to do? What do you want to do?
Oh, no.
Of the entrepreneurs, who knows what they want to do?
I want to be like a athletic training place where athletes come in and come out. It's not gonna cost a lot of stuff. A lot of people, they don't have enough money to train and stuff. So that's right.
Very good. Great. Who else? Huh?
Change my mind.
You that quick? So I'm gonna briefly walk you guys through becoming an entrepreneur, what that looks like, and what that continues to look like. Because what he just did is what a lot of entrepreneurs do. You make a change, you change your mind. You go into corporate America, you start playing a sport, and then you figure out that's not necessarily what you want to do. Or it's not what you were called to do based on certain elements. You might get hurt. There's a number of different things. But when I moved to Houston, I started out in corporate America. And I started out doing marketing and sales for a major firm, Waste Management, and transitioned into oil and gas later on. I spent the last 7 or 8 years working in oil and gas and working for someone else. And it was the most fulfilling. You get so many principles and things. So the fundamentals of what you guys are doing, I literally just had an opportunity to see Les Brown speak. And he talks about his walk into becoming one of the highest paid speakers in the world. Tony Robbins is an amazing speaker and talks about how you can scale your business. And so when you talk about what you just said, scaling your business is going to be important as you figure out, how do I get revenue in the event that all of these individuals that are coming through my door cannot afford to pay for the service that we're offering? So do I go to venture capitalists? Do I go to getting grants? How do I fund my business? All of that are great tools that you learn in the corporate arena. So there is a lot of value in everything that you guys have talked about, whether it be on the sports side, whether it be going into entrepreneurship, but all of you play a key role. But the fundamentals that you're going to pick up right now are going to be the things that carry you through every other stage of your life. The things that I picked up in high school and then also in college, I can remember taking, I think it was statistics. And I said to myself, I don't know what a standard deviation is. I'll never use this again a day in my life. I walked into the corporate job at oil and gas, and they're using the standard deviation on mailing people in the community to notify them about pipelines. And I'm trying to keep it simplistic for you guys. But they use this standard deviation to talk about what is the margin of error of us notifying people of pipelines. I'm like, wow. Everything that you're learning is teaching you how to problem solve, teaching you how to overcome challenges as you walk in whatever challenge that you may face, whether it's as an athlete, as an entrepreneur. But it wasn't until 7th, 8th year going into oil and gas that I made the decision to make the leap, and I still continue to face challenges. And so as you walk through this, you will continue to evolve, you will continue to figure it out. But the fundamentals of what you're getting, the contacts, the relationships, I can't tell you how many pieces of business I have gotten just from smiling, people being nice, or networking with the right people. The opportunities that walk around this building that I've talked to your program director over the athletics program. There's so much that you guys have within reach. If I can tell you anything, I would say take advantage of those opportunities. Those are going to be the things that carry you to the next level. Pay attention in class. The individuals that are sitting around you, this is what you call your family. These are the people that you see throughout the day for the bulk of the time that you are here. You don't even see your family at home as much as you're going to see these people. Take care of one another, because you will be able to look at these individuals and ask, hey, I need my next opportunity. And that's going to be where they come from. And so, like I said, if I had to say anything, that would be the speech that I would give. But this is not an easy walk. There are a lot of things that you will learn in entrepreneurship, as he talks about social media marketing. Being a publicist, we do crisis management. So we deal with the issues that you guys see as athletes make mistakes, or you guys have gotten into some sort of criminal trouble. That now, because your social media is going to play a key role in your success too, there's a huge social component that you guys carry on your shoulders. And so you're not just an athlete, but you also have a responsibility to the community to go out and make sure that you are doing great works in the community. It's a business at the end of the day. So pay attention, soak in the information. This is the only time that you will come somewhere and live anywhere and live rent free. So does anybody have questions? I'm being honest. If I could go back, I would go back to this time where everything was just happy and joy. No responsibility. Exactly. Does anybody have questions about entrepreneurship or as an athlete? Because he wanted me to initially come in here and talk about how a publicist, what publicists do for athletes. But are there any questions in regards to it? Or nobody? We got all these athletes in the room and nobody has a question about PR? Everybody let's see these social media pages. Everybody must have like 100,000 followers. We out here doing community service work. Who has met their community service hours for the year?
No, not yet.
No,
I did for the summer.
Okay. What type of things are you guys doing in the community service?
it was here.
Here, and it included.
It included like Miss Carrie. She had like some football players. Just like help the teachers with the classroom, like move the desk, paint the walls. And so I was there for 5 hours. Yeah, I was there for 5 hours, and then I asked her, and she said, just put it towards the community service time.
So I'm actually here with a client of mine. She's going to be hosting a series of events here for you guys, and there are going to be some volunteer opportunities. Community service is a great way to figure out what you want to do, especially if you're going into entrepreneurship, but also earning towards your community service hours. Y'all got y'all phones on it.
What is that?
So I'm going to introduce Tanya to talk about some of the programs, but like I said, y'all need to get y'all community service hours up. My daughter is actually we do something every weekend. That's something colleges look at. So all of my athletes that are looking to go to college, you're not just an athlete. They want to know what you're doing in the community. They want to look at your grades. They want to see all that because they want to see that you're well-rounded. So it's not just a component of I'm a great athlete. There are a lot of great athletes that are not marketable. And I think you guys can look across any one of the industries and see that there are a lot of athletes that can't get jobs because they took a social stand on something, or there's a lot of different elements. And so these are going to be the things that are most important. When you get a PR, that's going to be one of the things that they tell you, hey, let's set up a foundation. Let's see about how we can insert you into the community so you can do good works in the community. So Tanya, if you want to come up and tell them about your up and coming program. This is Tanya Newton.
So a little bit about my background. I'm a math teacher. I've been a math teacher for over a decade, about 15 years. I'm also an athlete, so I play. Comfortable. I also play basketball. I got a scholarship to play in college, and I also play semi-pro basketball. And then all of a sudden I got into football for about 10 years, semi-pro football. I was a running back, wide receiver, had to play up positions like quarterback, wide receiver. Strong safety. So basically I got to a point in my life to where I was like, I want something more. And so I started to take this entrepreneurship journey, right? I didn't have anybody to mentor me. I just knew that I wanted to give back to the community and I wanted to create a product of quality for the community. And so a couple of things that I have been doing are, I basically have merged my two passions, which is teaching. I feel like I've been called to do that. I'm actually pretty good at it. And also sports. So I've merged the two passions together to create opportunities for people to experience these things because both have the power to unite and change the world, in my opinion. So one of the things that I'm bringing here is Junior NBA. It's a basketball league. We're doing grades 1 through 8. We actually open up to 8th graders as well. So if you're interested in just getting the experience playing and becoming better, there's going to be opportunities there. And then there's something I call teacher play teachers because I've been a teacher for a really, really long time. And sometimes teachers get burnt out because they don't have enough outlets, right? Teaching is great, the kids are great, but sometimes they need a break from it. They just need a break to kind of recoup, reboot. And so my events will give those opportunities to teachers to do that. Where do you guys come and play? So for Junior MBA, talking to Carrie, I actually play football with Carrie. That's how I know Carrie, the owner of this facility. She wants to give you guys the opportunity to learn different, I guess, in the field of sports, like sports management. What does it take to plan the event? Anybody interested in refereeing? Anybody? No? I was a referee for years too. It's actually fun. You get a different respect for referees when you actually have to get out there and do it because the fans are not so nice all the time. And so you have to kind of take a stoic approach and remain professional. So anyways, we'll give you guys opportunities to shadow, whether it be with social media marketing. This will be perfect for this class because we want you guys to go to the events and actually interview some of the players, interview some of the teachers, and create this imagery, I guess, to put on Facebook or Instagram. Anybody use Facebook? Are y'all Facebook? Y'all too young for that? Y'all Instagram?
Save my Instagram.
Is Snapchat?
Instagram. They like me read. Okay.
So do you guys know like the analytics of it, like the background of it, how to like target and things like that? No? Oh, interesting. Who wants to be, does anybody know the importance of PR, like public relations? Y'all know what it is?
Like trying to talk to people?
Yeah, like why is it important for you, like you're a brand, you yourself, your name, you could be a brand, right? Why is it important for you to brand yourself right now?
So like, I can join with people.
So you can what?
I join like with other brands or something.
You could, if your brand is reputable and it's good, then there's opportunities to co-brand on
Or
things.
people could like still like see my brand, they can find out about it.
I think oftentimes like when you're looking from the outside in, you really don't get a chance to know people, right? And so when you're branding yourself, it's important for you to put content. When I say content, like if you were to write something about yourself, what would that be? Okay, let's say you got in trouble. It was just a one-time mistake, you got in trouble. How can you rebrand yourself or make yourself to the point to where people are not automatically judging you or they're not saying like, oh, he's a troublemaker? What can you do? Because it happens all the time. I'm not saying to any of you guys, but it definitely happens.
Like you could like apologize.
You can, public apology. How are people gonna know if you're good in sports? How do they know?
They see me on TV.
Sponsor or something.
I mean, yeah, if you have a good brand, you can get sponsors. Okay, they help you pay for things. But also, somebody said TV, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like someone on TV and they do like a great interview, right? And then you see someone that does like a terrible interview? Yeah, so it's important for you to align yourself with people that can help you to articulate in front of the public, pretty much. Anybody have any questions? No?
What are like other jobs in entrepreneurship instead of like PR?
Oh, there's plenty. So, y'all are in media. Sports media is something that's really big, right? Because every time you turn, you're going to see something with the NFL, the NBA, women's sports and soccer. USA women's soccer was really big. You need people to go out in front of these players, in front of these teams, and help people to understand what they're about. Make sense? There's also the background. Well, if you just look at the fields, right? You have to. Anybody ever play like or practice on like a terrible field?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So you need people that can actually go out there and do some maintenance, right? That's sports, field maintenance, facility maintenance. They have to go out there and actually maintain the field so that when you get out there, you won't hurt yourself. I remember playing football and I was having Achilles tendon problems to the point where I couldn't walk. And so I realized that the field that we were playing on was too hard and there were too many holes, right? So once I shifted to another team, because I played for lots of teams. I actually played for teams in Austin and Dallas and all the teams pretty much here in Houston. And we're talking about traditional football with the helmet and pads and, full yeah.
So you play lingerie football or?
No, I like to call that non-traditional because the uniform is not so, it's traditional. But anyways, once I transitioned to another team and we practice on turf or we practice on, you can tell like the field was maintenance really good. I didn't have any injuries. Plus we had like a sports trainer. That's another job as well, sports trainer. Somebody said they wanted to do training, right? Yeah, that's a really, really good field because a lot of times when you're young, if you don't have anybody advocating for you, you're just going to practice on a field that's not really good, knowing that there's the risk of you getting hurt, right? So there's lots of opportunities in sports. What position you play? You holding this football here?
Receiver.
Receiver? So you got hands? You got hands, man? Okay. Show me how you catch.
Oh, like this?
Oh, okay, yeah, a little bit. All right. Who else plays in here? Basketball? What position? Point guard, that's what's up. Point guard too. Are you a leader? That's probably the most important component of being point guard. Mm-hmm. What about you? Receiver? Okay. You got hands too?
No, we won't.
How tall are you? Stand up.
He's short for he's like a slider.
Yeah. Who else plays football? What position? Corner? So you got good flexibility. I like that. Anybody else? Who plays volleyball? Volleyball? Soccer? No? Basketball? What do you play? Basketball? Okay, what position you play? That's what's up.
3.
3? Okay, you like to run the court? All right. What about you right here? You're real quiet. What's your name right here? Colvin? All right, what position you play?
I don't play basketball. I stopped playing basketball.
Okay.
I'm too old.
You play too old? You look really young to me. I know. What sport do you play? Baseball? Oh, yeah. Y'all baseball team here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So what position do you play in baseball?
Outfield.
That's what's up. I tried softball, but the ball is actually too big, right? And I'm afraid I'm gonna catch it, but it's just gonna hit me in the eye. And I got hit in the eye with like a tennis ball, and it left like a fuzzy green ring around my eye, and I was not happy. So I can only imagine if big, softball would do it. Cool. I'm gonna come by and see y'all play. Mm-hmm. What about y'all in the back? What do y'all play? Softball?
So we won state in softball.
Everybody all quiet before we walked in. There was a bunch of noise going on.
They were talking. So much do y'all bowling here? Bowling?
Oh,
Tennis? No? Lacrosse?
I heard track.
So y'all don't have like lacrosse and some of those, okay, y'all have to bring that too.
I know, right?
That's what's up. I have a program, it's PAL's mentoring program. And so we try to expose urban youth to opportunities that they typically don't, get involved with because
Like
maybe
golf.
they can't afford it, golf, tennis, but also we take them hiking, biking, canoeing, kayaking, things like that because they sometimes can't afford it or they just don't know about it. Anybody been kayaking in here before? Oh, it's fun. Oh, y'all know. Okay. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, everybody. Let's give them one more big round of applause. That was great. You never know who you're gonna get when you come to my class. You never know. that's just how I know I work. Wake up and my publishers come. That's just they'll get them done. So real quick, remember, pay attention to the emails that come in. That once you get your laptops, we can get started. Remember, once you leave this class this semester, you'll be certified, right? You'll be certified. So we still got a couple minutes. Just do a little, call it up. So what did you learn here? I mean, you have celebrity publicist, celebrity PR, her client. I mean, that's what you are. They go to your Facebook page, they gonna see you being on BET reality shows. So what did you get from that?
Wow.
Well, let's put it all together. How did you process all this? And she's with her client right now.
They got a good relationship.
They got a good relationship. Good.
It is important to have a good relationship with your publicist.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a good relationship.
When it comes
Good.
down to crisis management and issues that arise, it is good that you can communicate and tell that to your publicist because she will get ahead of it.
Right. Trying to get ahead of it. Go ahead.
You can't be shocked because like people take advantage of you and stuff. Like they came in, they were all excited and stuff. They were shy about it because
Right.
they knew they were shy and stuff. Like they would take advantage.
I got you. What else? What else? What else did you see?
They found out that like entrepreneurship, it can like there's like a lot of jobs that go throughout like a lot of the sports.
Right. It's a bunch of jobs. It's a bunch of jobs in it. A bunch of them. So, real quick, we got 5 minutes to lunch. So I'm gonna call it up. I'm gonna launch you to lunch. So, everybody make sure you scoop the chairs under. Just hang out right there to come
Yes, sir.
So much fun. Next time I have to come right on the table.
I know, it was so crazy.